I recently did a video about the Great Resignation, what it is and what to think about if you want and have the choice to join. I'm going to link to that below, but today I want to talk about 7 tips to help you get your next best job if you are indeed searching for a job because of the Great Resignation or for any reason. I'm Jenn Swanson, your career coach, and on this channel I help you to get the job, love your work, love yourself, and advance your career. So buckle up your seatbelt, get your notebook, and let's do this. Number 1 is to decide what it is that you want to do and what it is that you don't want to do. And this is really key because there are things that absolutely are non-starters, things you absolutely will not do. Maybe you will not commute more than half an hour away. Maybe you will not accept a pay scale that is lower than X. There are things that you don't want to do, and so you want to make sure you have that list with you, and that will help you to eliminate postings that you just don't need to bother with. And then what are some of the things that you do want, some of the things that are not negotiable that you really, really want to have in your next position. And this will help. If you have a list, this will help you to create a template, to create a do's and don'ts, a wishes and not, so that you can choose the correct postings and eliminate a whole bunch of them right off the top. The other thing you want to decide is whether this is a promotion or a lateral move. Is this just getting to work the same thing that you've been doing before but in a different place? Is this a promotion, something that you want to take on more responsibility for? Are you moving up the ladder and this is a strategic move? Or is this something that you have all the gifts, you have all the skills, you have all the experience, and you could go to several different places and you just want to choose the best one? Tip number 2 is to consider your network and who might be able to refer you if you know people who know people who know people who are in companies or organizations that you would like to work for. So what is your network? What does it look like? Who are the people in your network? Who are the people in your neighborhood? And write down a list of all these people. Put their contact information there, and then start thinking about who you might approach and maybe do even an informational interview with to find out what it would be like to work for that organization. Your network is absolutely critical because it's often, what they say, not what you know, but who you know. And so it's a very important thing is to figure out who your network is and then start making strategies around who you can talk to about your job search. Number 3 is to update your LinkedIn profile. And if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, oh my goodness, get one. There are lots of videos and things that will teach you how to do it, articles. I'll link to a couple of the things that I've got on LinkedIn down below, but make sure that you are updating your profile, including a decent recent picture of yourself and the things that you want to showcase for any prospective employer who might be looking at your social media. And don't think they don't look. They do. They absolutely do. So if you don't have one, you need to get one. And once you have one, then make sure it speaks what you want other people to read and understand. 4th thing is to prepare your resume and your cover letter. And your resume is not going to be the resume that goes out to every single application that you apply for, because you need to take that resume and tailor it specifically to each of the positions that you are applying for. I have lots of information on that. And again, I will link to some things somewhere on resume, creating a good resume, but you need to get your resume ready. It might be a while since you've applied for a job, so you might want to start looking at that and have a cover letter prepared just in case. Not everybody wants a cover letter, not everybody asks for a cover letter, but you might want to have one just in case. And again, there's more information on this channel and elsewhere on how to do a great cover letter. The 5th thing is a little bit tricky is not to talk about your job search at work unless you've already told them that you're leaving. If you are quietly searching for work while you're still working, which lots and lots of us do, then make sure that you're doing that on the QT and you're not talking about it too much unless you absolutely trust the person that you are going to share this with. So I would be really careful, and I would not do the job searching while you are at work, because you don't want to do it on an internal computer system just in case they're watching that, and you want to make sure that you are doing this in your off time. So don't job search at work, do it at home in your downtime, and maybe keep quiet about it until you have something secured. If you are liking this content so far, click that like button. Consider subscribing, click down below if you want more content like this. And let's get to the last 2 tips on how to land your next best job. Number 6 is to ask your references if you can use them as references, and then have all of their information and make sure that their email hasn't changed, that their cell phone number hasn't changed, that all of their contact information is up to date, and make sure that you have a couple of ways that the recruiter, the hiring people, can get a hold of them, a cell phone, an email, something, so that you have that ready to go. But make sure that if they work in the same place you work and you're using them as a reference, that you ask them to shh. So get that ready so that you have that ready to go when you are earnestly searching for a job. Tip number 7 is to prepare for your interview. And I do happen to have an interview preparation course that I will link to down below, and there are lots of videos on here that are free that can help you to prepare on this channel. So you can click on the paid course below and see what that's about, or you can watch the videos on here in the playlist that I have about interviewing and get ready. It takes practice and time and dedication to get ready for an interview. You can't just wing it. You might think you want to, but don't do it. So get ready for your interview. I hope that was helpful, my lovely humans. Click subscribe, check the description box down below for the links that I talked about, and next I'm going to link to the first in a series of 3 videos on how to prepare a resume. I will see you over there.